Hi everybody! Alright, this is just a video to kind of talk some about the energy that's hitting the planet. And I've been noticing some energy shifts going on between what would be the new moon December 28th, then the full moon that took place here, I think it was the 12th of January, and then now we're entering into another new moon on the 28th of January. So it's been kind of an interesting little roller coaster ride. So I noticed the start of January, the start of 2017 was totally awesome. Lots of energy and pep and a lot of inspiration for, for new things, new horizons, and new positive things, right? So it was a really fun start to January. And then once we sort of move into that full moon, that's when things get a little rocky, And I think a lot of us are starting to, it's been kind of a feeling of, I don't know, just maybe frustration, upset, confusion on where the world is going, confusion on where humanity is going. If human ascension is really taking place, then why does it feel like it's not actually happening? Why does it feel like things are getting worse? Why does it feel like life is just kind of a confusing pickle, and I really don't know how to make sense of all of this? I'm feeling emotionally vulnerable, mentally vulnerable. I'm feeling, it could be any number of things. But I've noticed that since the full moon, it's been an interesting handful of not feeling the awesome, not feeling the super energy. And so if you've been feeling a little bogged down, it's a good thing. It's actually a very, very good thing. Because what is actually taking place here, and I've been noticing some positive new energies coming in since the last couple of days, and we're sort of entering another new moon. It's really sort of, sometimes you have to take the back seat. Sometimes you have to sit this game out. Sometimes you have to really explore yourself, really explore what you believe in, really explore how you feel about things, really explore your upset. Seeing all those women marching across the globe for something they believe in is really cool. That's a really big deal. People are getting upset to the point that they're going out in the streets and they're marching for something that they believe in. Isn't that a good thing? We're getting our strings, are being played, and we're getting riled up about it, and we're then doing something about it. Not all of us are inspired to do anything about the way that we're feeling right now. Some of us are feeling like we're sort of in the bathtub of confusion, and we don't really know where we're going or what we're going to do next. That's okay too. That's just part of your experience. When you start to enter into a realm of life is as it is meant to be, and even in the imbalance, even in the chaos, there is pure balance. Even in the confusion, there is balance. Even in these states of energy shifts and feeling one way and then feeling the other, and then wondering where our life is going and wondering what I will do next and wondering why I'm really here and is this all there is to life? This is why you came here. This is why you chose to incarnate here on this earth. This is why you are a super soul who came here as a hero to be able to continue on the human race. So the human race can continue to be a version of an experience, a version of a conscious experience that souls can partake in. Because it is so confusing, because it is a mind fuck experience, because it is emotionally derailing, because we're feeling sensitive and pissed off and we don't have a voice and we want to have a voice, and all of these confusing experiences that we have. We're kicking off 2017 and we're feeling. We're kicking off 2017 and we're thinking deeply. We're kicking off 2017 and we're wondering what we're going to do. That's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. Another part of the fascinating effects of energy shifts, they're felt on so many different levels. It's not just a physical body thing. It's an energy thing. Our mental body is an energy thing. Our emotional body is an energy thing. These are very energetic reflections. Our physical body, too, is an energy thing. And so we can feel sleepier than usual. We could feel more energized than usual. We could feel emotionally distraught. We could feel like we're too far in our minds. We're not getting things done like we were before. It's okay. energy shifts happen for a reason, because that is how we grow and change. That is how our belief systems are tested, and then we choose to either align with something new, or we feel even firmer in what we had believed in before. And so you just keep growing, right? Don't worry about what it all means, or maybe I'm losing myself in all of this. Energy shifts are going to come again, and you're going to start feeling on your feet again. The reason I'm making this video is because I get the pleasure of living here. So I get the pleasure of actually experiencing these things for myself, but then I also get the pleasure of getting filtering in experiences that other people are having. And it's sort of, there is a pattern going on here. There's a pattern of behavior going on, and the pattern has been revealing that we're being challenged. It is revealing that we're feeling a little bit distraught. The majority feels this way. The majority is in a state of questioning. The majority is in a state of feeling aloof. The majority is in the state of feeling emotionally different, questioning our role. What is going to happen next? So I'm just making this voice to help people, to help you know that you're not alone in this thing. When it feels like things are getting weird, it just kind of stinks, you know? We just want our lives to be good already. We just want to see a world of love already. We just want to have our financial, abundance, and we not have to worry about things, and all of our needs taken care of. And why does it feel like it's for some people and not for others? And why can't my life just get better already? That's part of the experience of being human, It's a part of the experience of living here. And that's part of the tools that are needed for change to happen. When does change happen? When we start feeling the most vulnerable, when we start feeling the most confused, when we start feeling the most emotional. Now change happens. Now we have women marching all over the globe, speaking out, saying things that they really feel inside. And it's cool because it's not just women, it's men too. It's everybody coming out and really supporting something. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. So I just wanted to share that. I'm talking my spirit guides here. So we aren't to the new moon just yet, but I've been noticing the last few days, it feels like, hatching out of the egg. It feels like coming out of the gloom and doom sort of, scenario. It's not like I've been feeling miserable or gloomy or anything. It's just been feeling more like deeper in thought about who I am and what my role is here, and what can I do to be better at what I'm doing right now, and what is it to be this person? What is it to be this persona in a deep way? It's not easy to be this persona. It can feel very vulnerable sometimes, because I want to see a better world. And so I'm coming out and I'm sharing the best that I can, but am I doing a good enough job? What other ways can I share? There's other stuff that goes on in the spirit realm, that people experience. And, we have a soul, we have a soul journey, we have things that we need to experience, and things that we explore, experiences that make sense, and experiences that we still don't understand because we are human, thinking a lot about alien beings and what that means, and thinking a lot about just, politics and what's going on, in the world regarding that, and, just thinking about Mother Earth. I feel sorrow in my heart too, and when I feel sorrow, I can feel real sorrow, because I'm just, I live my life here. I've spent years of my life telling the universe that I'm going to help humanity, that I'm going to come out and I'm going to find a way to change everything. I've been saying that for years, since I was a teenager. I told the universe I want to do something to make people happy. And now here I'm finally doing that, and it's strange. It's very strange. You go through life and you do everything right. You go to school, you get a job, you have a family, you do everything right. But it's also very strange when what is normal is not your life. Now your life is abnormal, and it's sort of it just feels different. So that's what, that's kind of what I've been exploring since the full moon started, exploring these types of things. And so you can kind of get a feel for how the energy is affecting me mentally, affecting me emotionally. I'm still in awesome mode. I still acknowledge that these times are meant to be had. These times are happening to all of us. These times are inspiring all of us to think deeply. These times are inspiring all of us to go in and question things and question who we are and question why we're in these relationships or why we are working this job or why this is happening in the political sphere. And is the world going to come to an end? And when is that giant wave going to finally hit so we can just call it a day already with the giant wave? We're all waiting for Nibiru to crash into planet Earth and kill us all. Like seriously. But this new moon, I feel very confident that it's going to be sort of, you go into the winter of your emotions and then you come into the spring and the summer, and they seem to be sort of, these cycles seem to happen every new moon and every full moon. So you get about 2 weeks of winter feelings and then 2 weeks of summer feelings. And so you just kind of go in and out and weave in and out and weave in and out, and now finally you have the rug of your life, This is my life, in and out of the winter of my feelings and the summer and the spring. It's been a wonderful ride. Being human is exciting and it's such a joy. So I felt inspired to talk about that a little bit. Let's see what my spirit guides have to say as well. Oh, they're telling me something. Okay. So one thing that what I've noticed, also through this sort of the winter of my feelings, like the full moon tide, is sort of is making us go deeper, making us feel deeper, feel deeper about things. Question things that we wouldn't otherwise question. We don't even have a reason to question this stuff. I feel awesome today. What else is there? There's only awesome. But sometimes we go into those phases, those moon phases, where they inspire us to feel not the awesome. They feel confused, feel perplexed, feel emotional, feel deeper, right? So anyway, in this state, I've been exploring, what is the next phase in my life? What is the next motivation? What am I going to do next with my life? And so I'm sort of in a state where I feel like I've figured out so much stuff that I'm only able to understand so much as a human being. As an infinite soul, I can blend in with the totality. I comprehend the totality. So while I have all this enlightenment and all this knowledge and wisdom and all these tips and tricks, there's still further I can go. There's still so much further I can go. How do I go further? Well, I work with spirit. I ask questions. I journey. I take a lot of time to meditate. I'm constantly in a state of contemplation and meditation, even while I'm actively cooking dinner or getting a shower or whatever it might be. I'm always in a state of meditation and constantly interacting with the spirit realm. But there's a need to go further. So one thing that I've noticed, and I'm not the only one, because I'm not the only person I've talked to who's also been doing this simultaneously at about the same exact time. But there feels to be an inspiration that things are about to change. Or like there's an energy shift on the very near horizon that will inspire us to wake up a little bit more. To be ready to open your heart up to what it is you are wanting to accomplish the next thing. What is the next thing? To really think about the next thing you are ready for in your life, and then to open your heart up and then allow yourself to tell the universe openly and honestly what that next thing is, and then allow the universe then to manifest that for you. Don't be thinking about the next thing being the most terrible scenario. My life sucks and it's never going to get better than this. Open your heart up and be honest with yourself. You know what? I've had a really hard time with this one thing. But you know what? I love that my soul chose to have this challenge. And I'm ready to go beyond that. I'm ready to explore new things. What are those new things? I don't know what they are for you. For me, I am opening up my heart and choosing to reconnect with my soulmates from the stars. So we incarnate in different versions of a consciousness. Consciousnesses that are like a human being would be like as big as an inch, but consciousnesses in other versions of, physical reflections, like human or Palladian, or all these different names that we give to all these different alien beings. I don't even know what they are. I just, if the alien being is nice and they show up and they want to talk to me, okay. I don't know what you're called. This is what you look like. I'll call you Emerald the Horseman, or Praying Mantis Man, or Ipagus the Rock Man, or Star Guy, because he's a guy with a star in his third eye. I mean, this is what they look like. I do not know where you come from. I don't really care where you come from. I just care about what your energy feels like and what your message is. If your message is warm and enlightening, then I welcome that, and so that's kind of my balance. But I feel that connecting with consciousnesses that have more of an awareness, can see the bigger picture better than I can. I need to have their help, right? There's something in the way of feeling blinded. Even to be an enlightened human being, how much more enlightened can you become? You can go even beyond human consciousness. You can even go beyond ego. You can become your higher self and no longer associate with human consciousness at all. I mean, how far can I go? I could completely just let go of consciousness itself, let go of ego itself. To do that is extremely hard, because ego will fight you tooth and nail. If ego wants you to be human. Ego wants you to be an animal. Ego wants you to feel instinctive. Ego wants you to be suppressed. Ego likes patterns. Ego likes consistency. Ego likes simplicity. Ego likes, ego likes certain things. And when you're on a spiritual journey, ego doesn't like spiritual journeys, because the ego doesn't know how to relate to spiritual wisdom. It doesn't know how to relate to spiritual advancement. It doesn't know how to relate to certain versions of awareness and experience. That's why we have traumatizing experience with people who have been abducted by aliens. It's a traumatizing experience because it's messed up. The ego does not know how to compute this. Ego does not know how to compute the event or the experience. But as a spiritually enlightened person, you can say, well, my soul actually wanted to participate in helping alien beings or having this interaction, and wanted to have this experience as a human being. You're going to have these experiences being the alien and doing it to the human, and being the human and doing it to the alien. It's just the nature of reincarnation. You get to see all sides of the coin. So if you were abducted by aliens in this lifetime, guess what? You probably were the alien abducting human beings in the last lifetime. Or you will get to be the alien being abducting human beings in a future lifetime. So you see, there's always balance to everything. But that's kind of where I've been going. I've noticed that sort of opening up the shell of new things, exploring what it is where I want to go next, exploring different times in my life where I've also hit this same point. I would say June of 2012 was the last time I hit a point just very similar to this one, where I felt like I was just not sure. I felt like, I was really thinking deeply about my spiritual journey and my spiritual purpose and what I came here to do. And I hadn't started my website just yet. And so those thoughts were deeply on my mind about who am I and what did I come here to do, and how, what is the spiritual experiences I'm having? What am I to do with those? Because I wasn't sharing them with anybody. And then shortly, after I had that, I welcomed the universe to alter my pathway. I welcomed the universe to help me go beyond this point, because I just don't know what else to do right now. Then I lost a very important job and was out of work for an entire year. And that's when I started having real crazy spiritual journey experiences. I mean, really crazy spiritual learning experiences in 2012. All kinds of weird learning experiences that I never would have thought. I never would have come up with on my own. I mean, we're talking learning wisdom about the energy of blood and energy of sacred ceremonies, energy of sexuality, the power of sexuality, the power of working with sacred stones. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Working with Mother Earth, healing Mother Earth in really crazy ways. It was like the spirit realm. It was like they wanted me to I needed to get out of that job so that I could be a spiritual warrior and do work to help planet Earth or prepare the Earth, or, crystal grids across the globe. Or I know a lot of people were doing weird spiritual stuff in 2012. And we're all called to be doing it. So I needed to lose my job, which was quite a devastation for me because I didn't know what I was going to do without a job. And I was out of job for an entire year, and it was very hard. But life revolves, life happens, life changes you, life enlightens you. I become so much more enlightened since I opened up and made that, choice to talk to the universe in this way. And now here I am doing it again. I've been in a very deep way, very deeply thinking about who I am and my role here and how I can go beyond this point or this level of awareness. And so how do I accomplish that? You just acknowledge that it is time to go beyond. And then you welcome love into that experience. And you trust your spirit guides. You acknowledge I am a blind person in an infinite universe full of sight and color and sounds that I would like to experience, but I can't experience them all at this level of awareness. I have to acknowledge that I still am blind. And then you allow spirit to lead you into the realms of new light, new colors, new sounds, so that you can raise your vibration, ascend beyond, and then share something more with this world, with humanity. And so for me, that's my experience. Some people, their experiences is it's time for a new job. Maybe it's time for a move. Maybe it's time for, to let go of a very long-term relationship that hasn't been working out. Maybe it's time to start moving into your spiritual role, and you just haven't figured it all out yet, but you know that this is right, and so you're thinking deeply about that. Now is the time to really acknowledge what you've been thinking about, really acknowledge what it is you are wanting to accomplish next, and allow spirit to take you in that direction. Imagine if all human beings on the planet right now, today, told the universe from the bottom of their heart what they really, truly were wanting deep down inside. Not, I'd really like to have bigger boobs. I want to be a pop star. I'd love to make millions of dollars and be a rich celebrity. No, actually go deeper and say, you know what? If there's one thing that I would really like, I would really love to know what it's like to have a balanced relationship with somebody that I love, who loves me in return as much as I love them. If I could have anything, it would be that. I'd really like some help figuring out how I will move on from this relationship and how I will open up to that, this person. I don't even know how to meet this person. I haven't dated in 8 years. I don't know how, what to do next. So there's something to that. Or, it's time that I started taking my health seriously. And I've been working a job where I just sit on a chair and I go home and I make dinner and I basically sit down and watch TV all day, and then I wake up and then I go to my job and sit down all day long, and my health isn't awesome. My health isn't very good, and I really don't know how to break this pattern, but it's time that I break it. It's time that I take notice that I need to do this. It's a positive gift of love that I'm giving to myself. And so now is the time to really explore these things. Explore what it is that you are ready to really focus on. It's time to explore what it is you really care about, and then enter into that. If we don't start exploring what we really care about, nothing's ever going to change. A wall will get built between America and Mexico. And that is what is going to happen here. It's still mind-boggling me, and I don't understand why we are going backwards in time and choosing to continue to create boundaries and separation. I really feel like it's a new age, and it's time for us to start loving and embracing each other. And so it's very confusing for me. It's confusing for a lot of people, which is why there are souls on this planet who will be moved to come out and continue to march and say, no, we don't agree with this. We don't believe in this. How do you create change? You feel influenced, and then you stand up for what you believe in. And maybe you're here to create a movement of of don't build the wall, or not creating more boundaries and separation, and create a movement where it's time to see new things, new political things, new reasons for there to be more love in this world and not more separation and misery and that sort of thing. I don't know what you're here to do. You have to look into your heart. You have to ask yourself those questions. I look into my heart and I know I have to keep growing, and I know I have to keep going beyond this. This still isn't good enough. This isn't smart enough. This isn't enlightened enough. This isn't profound enough. This isn't doing a good enough job as of yet. It's doing a great job. But how much further can I go? How many more people's lives could I touch? There's got to be a better way. And so I've been thinking deeply about that, about my role, and ways that I can become better. So anyway, so that's where I'm at right now. That's all I got. I think it's important. I think it's good. I think a lot of you watching will relate to what I'm saying, and I think it would be appreciated. This world needs more honesty. This world needs more, this is how I feel, and I'm sure you're feeling this way too. And so let's go with that. We're all in the same bucket. We're all feeling kind of this way. There's something to that. The universe is talking to us. The universe is asking us to go deeper. So let's go deeper. Let's say it's a really good thing. The universe is inspiring us to just get to know ourselves better. It makes us feel a little vulnerable because it's going to put us like a fish out of water and change the routine of our life and make our ego go crazy on us, and it's going to suck. But it's for the best. And now welcome the best to come into your life. Step into the new moon and know that it is time for very positive, amazing, beautiful new things. This is only one day. It's only one day. And next year, there's going to be another day. And then the year after that, there's going to be days. You know what I mean? It's like life isn't made up of just these moments. It's made up of many, 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 many moments. And what the world looks like right now is not what the world is going to look like in 20 years. And even if the world looks worse in 20 years than it does right now, guess what? We gave it our best shot. We went deep into our hearts. We continued to work on ourselves. We continued to give the best that we could. And if this was what came of it, you know what? At least we tried. We got to try. And so let's do that. Let's connect with our hearts and let's go deeper and let's give it a try. Let's give love, changing our lives, changing the lives across the planet, changing the world a try. It's important. How do we change this world? We stand up and we start following our hearts, following what we believe in and doing the best that we can. And we keep acknowledging that there's more room to grow, and we embrace those inspirations to keep growing. And we find love and rejoice and excitement in the challenge of growing, because it can be hard too. But it also can be so worth it. All right, that's all I have to share for this video. And if you're interested in connecting with me one-on-one, I would love to explore your spiritual atmosphere, and we can find out all about your soul. I can share spiritual healing to help you through these weird energy shifts. I would love to help you any way that I can. So please visit me at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting my channel.